Hi, welcome back to the channel. I'm Michelle, and today I'm going to be sharing some new gluten-free finds I've really been enjoying and my family's been enjoying. So if you're new here, we're a gluten-free family of 5. My 6-year-old daughter has celiac disease, so we are gluten-free for medical reasons, and we've been gluten-free for about 3 years. And on this channel, I do like to share a lot of celiac awareness, gluten-free living, all those things. So I'm going to share some of the things I've recently picked up that we've been enjoying. So I'm going to divide it by store. So my first one is Aldi. Aldi is a great store to find gluten-free items. They have a whole Live G-free line. And some of the items I don't have physical because we ate it. So I'll just show you a picture. Some of them we still have a little left over so I can show you. So the first one that we recently found at Aldi was the Dino Nuggets. They are certified gluten-free, and of course, they are in the shape of little dinosaurs, which is always fun. They're $7.99 for a package, and I think it's a really good price, especially for being certified gluten-free, and my kids really like the dinosaur shapes, and the taste is really good. So that's a win in our book. Next one is a newer one, which is the gluten-free, the Live G-free pizza dough. Now this was $3.49, and it's gluten-free, egg-free, nut-free, soy-free, dairy-free, all those amazing things. So if you're new here, my son and I also have a dairy intolerance, so finding things that are gluten-free and dairy-free is really fun. So the pizza dough is really good. I will insert a picture of the package because again, we've used it. I will also insert pictures of when we baked it. And now, is it hard to make gluten-free pizza dough? No. But it's convenient to have the dough already made, especially when it's one of those nights you're tired, you just want to get the food in the oven. The pizza dough was really, really good. It definitely ranks as one of my kids' top favorite. And as someone who has to eat dairy-free pizza, I have to say it blows the other ones out of the water. And that could be because I can add my own toppings and things like that, my own dairy-free cheese. But I usually do the Daiya dairy-free cheese, which is also gluten-free. And it's not that great, honestly. So this was much better. It was easy to use. You just take it out of the freezer, defrost it. I didn't even have a rolling pin. I just used my hands to kind of stretch it out. I bought 2, one for the kids and one for the rest of us. And that was enough, excuse me, to feed my family. So that was great. And it was really nice because with the kids, what I ended up doing was making like a stuffed crust. So I took mozzarella sticks, kind of like the string cheese ones, and I put them all around the ring of the crust, and I moved the crust over so it was like a stuffed crust pizza, and it was really, really good. Now, unfortunately, it is an Aldi find, which means that it only was there for a certain amount of time, then it leaves. Now, if you ever have this, what you can do, because I've talked to the manager of my Aldi about, hey, I want more gluten-free stuff, and what she said that is if you make a request for a certain item that they can try to fulfill that. But the managers are not in control of what the store gets. They kind of just get stuff sent to them and from corporate, and that's how it works. So if there's an item you want to see come back at Aldi that disappeared, just make that request. Usually on the bottom of your receipt, there's a little thing about taking a survey. So I actually did that. And I requested that they bring back gluten-free donuts because they only had them from a certain amount of time. And recently they've come back at my local Aldi. So yeah, that's my suggestion. If you're looking for certain things at Aldi that aren't there, make that request online. Next would be Walmart. So from Walmart, I was excited to see these. So these are Katz toaster pastry, so pretty much like a Pop-Tart. And I've ordered online from Katz before. They're one of my favorite places to order gluten-free snacks. They have a lot of pastries, donuts, like Twinkies, cupcakes, things like that. They are the closest thing I have found to those items. And I was really excited to see that they had these. Now, these are, like I said, similar to Pop-Tarts. So you get, 4 in a pack, and they were $4.48 at Walmart. And my Walmart has the strawberry and the cinnamon sugar. I prefer cinnamon sugar. My kids prefer the strawberry. So I told everyone not to eat the last one because I wanted to make a video on it. But I'll show you kind of what they look like. I know when they first came out, there was an issue with the tops of the toaster pastry not sticking properly, and it was like 2 pieces. I've never had an issue, and I've bought multiple boxes. I think they kind of fixed that product control issue. But here it is. It's got a little bit of icing on top. Now this is Gluten-free, soy-free, dairy-free, nut-free, egg-free. A lot of the cat stuff is really allergy-friendly. So I will link the website down below if you want to look into purchasing something. These are really, really good. I wish there was more in a package, but I'm not gonna complain because I have gluten-free, dairy-free Pop-Tarts I can eat, and that's amazing. Next up will be Kroger. The first thing I'm gonna talk about is I don't physically have because we've eaten it, is the gluten-free pie crust from Kroger. Now it's the Holy brand. It's very allergy friendly. It's egg-free, soy-free, milk-free, nut-free. And again, is it hard to make gluten-free pie crust? No, but again, it's one of those things where it just helps make things go quicker. So recently we made a blueberry pie, so the kids made the filling and I just put it in the pie, put it in there. And you get 2 pie crusts for $7.49. And I think that's a really good deal, especially with holidays coming up. Whenever I make my pumpkin pie, I make 2 pumpkin pies every Thanksgiving. That's the crust I use. And it's a lot better than any homemade crust I've tried. So I really do recommend that. And the fact that it's so allergy friendly, I think is great, and it's certified gluten free, so that's amazing too. So we've also used it yesterday I used it to make chicken pot pie, and it was really, really good. Chicken pot pie filling I made in the pie crust and baked it, and it was so good. So I highly suggest looking into those pie crusts. Next would be nut pods, so coffee. So this is obviously more for adults than children. So my Kroger recently started carrying this Nut Pods cold brew coffee. This is the vanilla caramel. Now I gotta say, I'm not a fan of Nut Pods generally. I tried their creamer way back when, and it was not good. So I was like skeptical trying this. Now this is $5.99 at Kroger, and again, prices will be slightly different depending on where you live, but it's dairy-free, gluten-free, vegan. So I can have it. I want to always make sure that the things we're bringing in the house are gluten-free. Obviously, my 6-year-old who has celiac disease isn't drinking coffee, but I want to be hyper aware of that, especially sometimes when I use the blender and things like that. If I put like coffee and ice cream together, I want to make sure that I'm not cross-contaminating my different cooking things. So I do try to, even though I am not technically need to be gluten-free, the things we bring in our house are always gluten-free. So when it's gluten-free and dairy-free, it's pretty exciting, but this was actually really good, and it doesn't really need sweetener. So I like that. They also make a regular flavor. I also, of course, picked this up because it's seasonally appropriate. So I love the Califfa Farms. It is vegan, kosher, gluten-free, all those great things. And they have many flavors. So this was $5.99 at Kroger, but of course there was a $1 off coupon, so it was $4.99. And they have pumpkin spice latte, they have peppermint mocha, which I really like to do during December. They have lots of different flavors. They have like a caramel macchiato, they have just regular roast, dark roast, if that's what your thing. But seasonally, I love their seasonal flavors. So it can be difficult to find gluten-free, dairy-free coffee brews. So I really like that. And the next thing would be Sweet Lawrence. Now, I've talked about these in the past. I love these. These are very allergy friendly. My go-to like treat for bringing places or a quick treat for the kids. They are plant-based, gluten-free, dairy-free, and of course they're certified. So because they are vegan, you can eat them straight raw, which I will be completely honest, I do a lot. When after dinner I want something sweet, I will just grab one and eat it, and my kids like to eat them raw too. So this was a new flavor that Kroger got. This is the oatmeal cranberry, which I think is very seasonally accurate as we're coming into October, November. Now, I'm not personally a fan of oatmeal cookies, but my oldest daughter is, so this is what it looks like. And again, you can just pop them in the oven, bake them for 10 minutes, or eat them straight, but she really likes them. She says they're good. They do have a variety of flavors. They have sugar cookie, which is really good for like December for making Christmas cookies and things like that. My favorite is the fudgy brownie, and this is the one I often just grab and eat. They are so delicious. And yes, again, you could make your own gluten-free cookies, but these are so much better, and all you gotta do is either pop them in an oven or just eat them. So I'm definitely gonna go with that. So a lot of my kids like the chocolate chip too, but again, I keep these on hand. These are $6.99 at Kroger. I know Target carries them as well. So what I do is when they go on sale at my store, it's usually 5. If you buy 5, it's a discounted price. So I just stock up. Seriously, my deep freezer is just full of these cookies and the Aldi donuts, and maybe some chicken carcasses to make chicken broth. That's all my deep freezer is full of. Gluten-free treats and chicken. So I highly recommend those. They're really, really good. The last thing I'm going to share is something I got off Amazon. So this is a fish oil. So this is a supplement. I do have a video on supplements we use that are gluten-free in our house. I'll link that up above. So I was looking at a fish oil in particular because my youngest daughter was recently diagnosed with ADHD. So we're looking at things that can benefit her diet. So what food I should be adding in, and one of the things suggested is healthy fats and fish oils. So I was looking for a gluten-free, dairy-free. I don't think dairy would be really an issue with fish oil, but something definitely has to be gluten-free. Supplements, all those things have to be gluten-free, and something that my kids would actually take, because my 6-year-old is very particular with taste and texture. She has some sensory things with that, so I wanted to make sure it's something she would like to take every day. I wanted to be something that the entire family can take. So this is for ages 4 and up. So everybody can take this in my family except my 3-year-old. He's not old enough yet, which is really nice. And they come in a variety of flavors. So this cost me $24 on Amazon, and it will last me about a month, and everybody in the and that's with the entire family using it. So it comes in a variety of flavors. I got the mango peach smoothie. We've tried lemon in the past. The kids, I think the lemon tastes really good. The kids prefer the mango peach. They also have strawberry banana. They also have specific kids ones, but I figure I'd rather get the adult version and have everyone take it, minus my 3-year-old, and in a year he'll be able to take it too, instead of buying the kids one, which I think is a little bit more expensive. But it's got the recommended amount of fish oil, and it's got vitamin D too, so it helps with absorption. Especially with celiacs, being able to absorb your nutrients is often an issue. It can lead to deficiencies in certain things. So my daughter does take multivitamin, a probiotic, my 6-year-old who has celiac disease. But I really wanted to add the fish oil in there for overall nutrients, but also for brain health. And I think it will help with all those things. So those are the recent items I've come across. If you have any questions about anything, leave them in the comments down below. If not, thank you for watching.